the spirit. You knew it was hard, but you did it hard.
And so here's what I say to you. There are going to be times that you're going to be wondering, why should I keep showing up and working my business? Why should I keep at it? Why should I keep showing up to the conventions? Why should I keep picking up the phones and making the phone calls? Why should I keep fighting for my goals and fighting for my dreams?
You can find yourself stressed out. You can find yourself depressed, mentally fragile because of the experiences, the turbulence that you have gone through.
Setbacks will happen, and when they do, it's okay to get depressed, it's okay to cry, it's okay to go home, but eventually you have to get over it and move on. The greatest people who've ever walked this planet constantly had setbacks in life and failures, constantly.
And most people stop at failure. We've all failed at things. It's the most powerful tool you can use, but it all depends on how you use it.
There is a blessing in everything. Behind every moment of adversity in your life, there is a blessing and a lesson. Every moment of adversity has those two things. Pain always leaves a gift, always.
The depth of your struggle will determine the height of your success.
You're supposed to react, you're supposed to respond, you're supposed to be down for a quick minute, but you get back up. You don't stop.
You keep standing. No matter how rough the sea, you keep standing. No matter what, you don't give up.
It takes a lot of guts to pick yourself up when you experience setbacks and people don't see the vision. And you might lose your job. It takes a lot of guts. You don't have nothing but lint in the corner of your pockets. You're out there talking about living your dream. And people laughing at you. And they're doubting you. People are going to think you're crazy. And sometimes you're going to think you're crazy. You're going to question yourself. It takes guts, ladies and gentlemen. No guts, no glory. Most people, when they hear no or they're rejected, it takes their power away. And they become discouraged. They lose their spirit. They lose their energy. They stop. No. When you're facing those rejections day in and day out, don't say, I had a bad day today. Say, I had a character building day. What did you learn? What did you get out of that day? When you get knocked down, and you're going to get knocked down, when you run into some roadblocks and you're going to run into them, when you have some setbacks, you can always be able to bring yourself back in, knowing if someone has done it, it's possible that I can do it. You've got to be willing to face rejection and no again and again and again, defeat again and again and again, and every time life knocks you down, you jump up and say, it's not over until I win. If you want a thing bad enough to go out and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep for it, if all that you dream and scheme is about it, and life seems useless and worthless without it, and if you gladly sweat for it and fret for it and plan for it and lose all your terror of the opposition for it, and if you simply go after that thing that you want with all of your capacity, strength and sagacity, faith, hope and confidence, and stern pertinacity, if neither cold poverty, famish or gulf, sickness or pain, a body and brain can keep you away from the thing that you want, if dogged and grim you besiege and beset it, with the help of God, you'll get it.
Everybody wants the prize, but nobody loves the process. Everybody wants to be a champion, but nobody's willing to put in the work that it takes to be a champion. Everybody wants to hold up the trophy and say, man, I did it, but nobody's willing to put in the work that it takes to do it. I love the process. I love the thought of working for what I want. And I firmly believe you're never supposed to wish for it more than you're willing to work for it. But a lot of people, they wish, and they're not willing to work.
A real man in the dark, when nobody's watching, he putting in work. Because he loves the process. Because real lions like to hunt. They love the process just as much as they love the prize. And some of y'all just want to score. You don't like the process.
Championships aren't won in the theater or the arena. They're won in the thousands of hours in the training room, in the labs, in the 5 a.m. runs, and the training when everyone else is sleeping. That's when it's won.
I'm here today. I'm ordinary. ordinary person, but I focused on my craft. I had burning desire to be excellent. I love what I do. It's my oxygen. It's my DNA. 4 in the morning, I get up and I'm working in my craft because I love it.
It's the hidden work. I look at it as like a rock, and that rock is you. And every day you fight not wanting to get up, and you do anyway. You chip another piece off that fucking rock. And every day you go to train, you train harder and harder and harder and harder, and you get up earlier. And all these things you do to start forming yourself. You're chipping another piece of that rock up. Before you know it, that rock, it becomes the masterpiece in which you can create it.
The heart of a champion is a light switch that's always on. It doesn't go on and off when someone's watching. It's constant. It's how you look at something. If your name's attached to it, then you do it right. The best of your ability every single time. Do the job right or don't do it at all. That's the same person who has his hand raised on the podium one day. Same motherfuckers.
It's what I did in the dark that blew me off. It is in practicing. It is in lifting weights. It is in resting. It is in eating right. It is in making good decisions that you look a certain way. It is how you practice. It is what you do that makes you look like you look. It is the process of the grind that shapes you and forms you. The real grind is in the dark when nobody sees you, when nobody knows what you're doing, when you put in those extra reps, when you're watching those videos and you're getting inspired, when you change your music. It's the process. That you look a certain way. It is how you practice. It is.
Good morning and God bless everybody. What a beautiful day it is. The good Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. You already know how it goes. We sitting here looking at the news first. First thing we do. 8:30. We have some news dropping. Then again, red folder at 10. Some orange folder later on. That's about it. Okay. So let's get over here and take a look and see what happened yesterday. First of all, look like everything that we caught off yesterday, we got a TP on it. All right. So it was a good day yesterday for us all. All right, we'll start at the top. We're looking for a nice little pullback here. We got a nice little run that UJ has been on. I do not look to jump in those late. She has made her run. Still running though. So way to go for the UJ. Turn all of these off. Let's take a look at the N to the U. It's pushing up right now. Let's take a look at GU. Nice little push up, starting to bring it down. Let's take a look at Chef and see what Chef is doing. Cool. Chef. It's dropping right now, but waiting for the push up. We take back off and go up. You cat making him mad. We could drop a UCAD trade while we're here. Because I can see clearly now. So fresh and clean. Everybody on the challenge are taking care of themselves, getting a push-ups on, sit-ups on. I don't care if it's leg lifts, arm raises, something, some form of exercise, jumping jacks, jump rope. Let's take the challenge. Let's jump in. Let's get it. We're looking at a sale right here. Let me be honest. I don't even know if I want to take trades today. Such a great day yesterday. Man, I'm so far ahead of the game. Like it's just I didn't even bother to count pips. It's just a lot. It's a lotty, 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 lot. Let me see. All right. So we're talking about a sale stop here, okay? Talking about a sale stop on UCAD. All right, entry right here is going to be 1 point. Stretch this out. It comes down 368, 32. TP is going to be 1.367, 30. I think that entry 1.36832. Got some consolidation right here, though. Good little consolidation. So lock that in. Take a look at it now. Look at it now. Let's look at CAD JPY. A lot of possibilities. CAD has been running too. CAD has been running. It's been a nice little run for CAD. It's been just going straight up. Walk up to CAD and say, "What up?" GBP JPY on this one, same thing, just running straight up. Straight up. Skate up, fam. ADUSD. It's been doing our thing. Still just a lot of stuff that I'm just kind of like, eh. There's no need to really forfeit. There's no need to really forfeit. You don't want to forfeit. Somebody the other day was like, man, you giving them too much, Hammer. You giving them too much. You be giving them like TP after TP after TP. Should give them like one trade a day. Yeah, I know what you're saying. It's been my Reason for being here, man, is to help people out. But you enable them and cripple them and making it too easy for them. So, people work hard enough, man. Sometimes they won't deserve something easy. If they want more, then I could show them how to get more. But cool. I'm worried about them getting too much, man. Well, you never got sick by getting too many pips. So entry, you're gonna do a sale stop right here on GA 1.89 736. 1.89 736. TP. My TP is going to be 1.89 630. All done. Let's have some fun. I repeat, all done. Let's have some fun. Nita's in the house this morning. What's going on with you, Nita? See you over there getting your pip game on too, huh? Pip into the game. All right. Let's go over here to cat. I'm gonna take this down just a little bit. Like here. There we go right there. So GBP CAD. Again, dropping another sales stop. Entry 1.730. 96. 1.730 96. TP 1.72. 992. 1.72 992. Sale stop. Opening bell and news at the same time. Be so kind. Y'all come on in here, wipe your feet off, take your shoes off, and find you a nice little comfy spot. And maybe you could be so kind and hit that thumbs up button for me. Thumb it up. Just sitting here checking out UA, EU. I think this will be a good move for EU right here. Like catch a drop on EU doing her thing. Catch her when she ain't looking and get the drop on her like whoop. There it is. But you never know. Never know what EU's gonna do. Got me a good workout in today and chilled out. I need to go get me a nice deep tissue massage today. I'm gonna do that right after class or right after this session. You know, it's recommended that you should get at least, I forgot, I can't even say. But I think a person should go at least once every other month if you can. Once a month would be great. Twice a month is even better. I like to get one at least twice a week. Go get me a nice deep tissue massage. Get that circulation moving around. Get it popping. All right, EU. I'll lock it in right here. One thing about trading, I think trading kind of makes me lazy. I think it does. Somebody asked me like, how many pips you got? I don't know. I don't want to do all that counting. I gotta put my pip counter back on the chart. Then you got to do that times, like Anita said, times 5. I think I did. I got like 14 positions open on trade. Let's see here. All right, going for the sell stop. One point 07 114 for the entry. 1.07 114. TP is going to be 1.07 012 012 1.07 012 is the TP that I'm locking in. All right, this looks like 4 to me, so I'm done. Dee dee da dee da dee dee da dee day. Hey, 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 hey. See if I can find one of these trades that I have going on and on and on. Got a nice little GJ buy that I've been running. Just kind of give you all an idea. What she look like. You can't even see it on a 5-minute. Let's see what my entry is on GJ. It's 336 pips. I zoom in, looks like, let's see. I came in around here, so that's about 199. $300, 199, 250, right up in here. So this is where I came in at on somewhere up in here. Let's take a look at it. It's gonna look different on here because trading view is different from the platform that I took. It was probably somewhere top of this candle. But it depends. But this anyway, doesn't have to be exact, just for you to see my entry, my pip line. So that's where we at. And we're holding it. So if I had to do the math on this one, we're looking at, there you go. $336 pips. So this right here is over, it's about, it's a 12 on this one. So we're about 4,000 pips on this here, this trade. There's about 12 entries open on that one. Got in on GA's run. I've got, I think, 14 positions open on the GA. Yeah, 14 on GA. Let me see. Ouch. I have it on my other screen. Let me just kind of see. Yeah, I think I caught the top of the drop on GA. Somewhere up in here. I got in on GA and I've been just riding it down. Let me see if I have it over here. This is, pull this over. All right, this is an entry on my GA trade. it's just been going. So right now it's at 169. It dropped down to 270. It's not bad. It's a pretty looking thing there, I tell you. It is beautiful. But I got positions along the way in different spots. So then I do have got some that's negative too. What's going on, everybody? Got a couple of GA trades that is negative. AUD NZD is negative. It's not much though. It's not even on this one. UCAD is negative too. Is that on here? So those are my agents. Let's take a look real quick. We don't have nothing else going on. At this point, I almost want to take a vacation and take the rest of the year off and not trade. I've already beat my goal for the year. No need to keep pushing, so just play and have some fun. GA, where are you at? GA entry. I say GA, not GA. AUD NZD. So I got a buy on it. I came in at 338. Yeah, somewhere around here. 337. So that's not too bad. Pull back. See if it comes back, does what she needs to do. So yeah, there you go. Tanya, it's in the house. Omar's in here. What's up? What's up? Just kind of looking around. I don't know if y'all came in late. You can go back and look at what the market is looking like. We should have some movement in like 1 minute. News should be dropping. What's wrong with my stuff? Come on. $8:30. We got red photo news coming. It is 28 after where I'm at. And then we still have 9 o'clock Central. There's going to be some more news dropping. All right, here's the news. Let's see how it affects USA. There's Canada there. Let's see what it does. Do we have any USA? We got a USA right here. Let's see what EU does. Yeah, let's just check it out and see what happens.
That makes you sweet. I'm talking about the commitment that says, I am going to stay true to what I said I would do long after the mood that I've set it in has left. You gotta begin with the end in mind, so whatever your dream or your goal is, you gotta wake up every day to it. You gotta go to bed with it. You gotta read stuff. The music you listen to, everything you do gotta pour into that dream. I understand it is in a process that you get better. I am not phenomenally skilled, but I'm phenomenally willed. My IQ may never change, but my will changes every year. I get stronger and stronger and more determined. Why? Because it's in my DNA.
When you dedicate your life, you don't care anything about the odds. When the dream is big enough, the odds don't matter.
Giving your all, it can be confusing to mediocre people.
You keep talking smack and I'll keep working. You keep focusing on everything and everyone else and I'll keep working.
Instead of killing them with kindness, force you with fucking success.
Build the kind of life that says I told you so without having to say a fucking word.
My glory doesn't happen in front of a crowd. It doesn't happen in a stadium or on a stage. There are no medals handed out. It happens in the darkness of the early morning, in solitude, where I try, and I try, and I try again, with everything I have to be the best that I can possibly be, better than I was yesterday, better than people thought I could be, better than I thought I could be. Then claim one victory that no one can ever take away from me ever. A victory that is earned every single day. A victory of determination and will and discipline. A victory achieved because I will not stop.
It's the character of who you are. It's not the title that makes you. It's not the success that makes you. The character defines the success, defines the fame, and it starts right there. Championships aren't won in the theater or the arena. They're won in the thousands of hours in the training room, in the labs, in the 5 a.m. runs, when it's raining, when everyone else is sleeping. That's when it's won. How you hold yourself in the small things of life. Build the character winning blocks of the things that we'll remember for. Do the job right or don't do it at all. That's the same person who has his hand raised on the podium one day. Same motherfuckers. It's how you look at something. If your name's attached to it, then you do it right. The best of your ability every single time.
Some of y'all so caught up on the game that you don't get it. It is in practicing. It is in eating right. It is in making good decisions that you look a certain way. It is how you practice. It is what you do that makes you look like you look. It is the process of the grind that shapes you and forms you. It's not the game. And that's why most of y'all get beat in the game or make mistakes in the game, because you think grinding is what happens when the sun comes out. You think grinding is what happens when the lights come on. You think grinding is what happens when people get in the stage. That's not grind. The real grind is in the dark when nobody sees you, when nobody knows what you're doing. When you studying without coach, when you putting in those extra reps, when you watching those videos and you getting inspired, when you change your music, it's the process that makes you sweet. And the problem with some of y'all is you want somebody else to support your dream. It's yours. If you want it to happen, get your butt up and make it happen. If you want it to happen, rise and grind, because this is my time. Tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow. Ain't no such thing as tomorrow. We only got today.
It begins right now with no one looking, man. How you hold yourself, how you see yourself. What do you do when no one's watching? If you do it then, I guarantee you, you'll be doing it when everyone's watching.
See, sometimes we think the pain is what controls us. It's actually our subconscious mind. That if we ever tapped into that, that's what dictates most of our lives.
And literally what I've learned in these moments is that I have to stop listening to myself and I have to start talking to myself. I'm like, Rich, you're great. I'm like, looking in the mirror like, you can do this. Rich, you can handle this. Rich, this is not a big deal. Rich, this is gonna pass. You're amazing. Rich, this too shall pass.
You got to find ways to increase your sense of self-appreciation, because if you don't, you're bombarded with negative stuff every day that beats you down, and you will find yourself unconsciously engaged in self-destructive behavior. If you don't program yourself, life will program you.
You got to get grounded. You got to train your mind to serve you. Just make up your mind. This is not going to control you
You have got to make a declaration that this is what you stand for. You're standing up for your dreams. You're standing up for peace of mind. You're standing up for health. You want it, and you're going to go all out to have it. It's not going to be easy. When you want to change, it's not easy. If it were in fact easy, everybody would do it. But if you're serious, you'll go all out and say, in spite of this, I'm in control here. I'm going to turn this situation around. I'm not going to sit back and moan and cry over what happened and what went wrong and who did what. I'm going to do something about this situation.
When God gives you a dream, the dream will always be tested. The pressure in your life right now has a purpose. It's not crushing you. It's pushing what's on the inside of you out. It shows you who you are.
It's a dog fight. It hadn't been easy. It's a dog fight. The road hadn't been success. Like, it's just a paved road, and like E.T. go this way. It's been rough. It's been crooked. It's been hard. But I've made up in my mind that I will get a reward for the pain that I go through. I will not stop in the middle of the process. I will not be defeated. I will not be destroyed. I will take everything that happens in my life, and I will allow the pain to push me to greatness. You will not break me. You will not stop me. You will not defeat me. The only way I lose is if I quit. It's going to be a dog fight.
I choose to fight back.
Life is rough. You can allow it to destroy you, or you can allow it to build you up. Draw the line, ladies and gentlemen, and just say enough is enough.
Get out of that narrow-mindedness. Get out of that defeated mentality. Get away from that circle. Get away from those people that don't wish you any good. Get away from those people that don't want you to succeed. Get out of the tent. Get out.
There's nothing as powerful as the human spirit. You can't destroy it. You can pervert it, but you can't destroy it.
If you lose a job, keep the faith. If you lose a spouse, keep the faith. If you have to downsize, keep the faith. If you have to move in with your mama, keep the faith. If you're at your wit's end, keep the faith. If you have to catch the bus, keep the faith. If you have to thumb, keep the faith. If you get sick, keep the faith.
You'll think this is it for you. And other people will think you're done too. They'll be telling you to give up.
And people you thought that would support you will turn against you. They'll criticize you. They'll tear you down. Your life will be full of darkness, and you won't see a way out.
But when you're down in that hole, I want you to remember something. The only person who can save you is you.
Your job in this moment is to muster up enough strength to push yourself back out of your negative pattern of thinking and into the arena of life once again.
If you spend 30 minutes thinking about the fact you can't do something, I need you to spend an hour dreaming about the fact that you can.
What's the worst thing that can happen if I decide to take a chance on me? People laugh at me, I lose all my money, so I can come back again. See, my wealth is not determined based upon what I have. My wealth is determined based upon who I am.
That's why I want you to increase your goals dramatically. And I don't want you to ask yourself how you're going to do it. How is none of your business. There's a reason we're told to walk by faith and not by sight. There's a reason we're told to call forth those things that be not as though they were. You have power in you that you don't even know.
You want to develop an ongoing strategy, a plan of action of self-empowerment.
So you've got to listen to music and speeches that can uplift you. Read books to strengthen your thoughts. Watch movies that fire you up, because you're going to constantly have low moments where you won't want to keep going. You'll want to just fall apart. So you've got to control what you let in your mind and reprogram it with positivity. If you don't program your mind, life will program you.
Monitor your self-talk and realize that you're more than able. You were born for this, that you have the power within you to live your dream. And as you read and feed your mind with the pictures and the dreams and the words that empower you, it does something to you. It stimulates you. It inspires you. And you say, hey, I can do it too. And you find yourself being competent. Let that drive you to make sure you do your homework, to work hard at developing technical mastery, of covering all of your bases, so that whatever comes, you can handle it.
If you listen to what everybody else is saying, if you judge according to appearances, then you will find yourself constantly being negative. But you want to go to the other end of the spectrum. You want to know some way, somehow, things are going to get better. How? I don't know, and I don't have to know. I just have to have faith and believe that everything's gonna be all right. All I need to do is to know it, to expect it, and to keep on doing what I can, where I am, with what I've got right now.
Start planning and preparing for what it is that you want, because you expect to get it. If you want to come out here and reach your goals and make your dreams come true, you don't want to do it by dragging and doing it casually. No, you want to begin to put out more energy and more effort than ever before. You've got to become unstoppable, because there'll be many things to turn you around. You've got to think constantly on why you're doing it. What are the rewards? What's there for you across the goal line? What are the things that'll make it worth it for you?
My life is worthwhile. Doesn't matter what I've experienced. Doesn't matter about what I don't have. Doesn't matter about what I've gone through. What's important is that where I am right now, that I live life and I experience my life fully. And you owe it to yourself. So when you get up in the morning, that you can look yourself in the face and say, hey, I'm living my life on my terms.
No matter what happens, keep moving forward.
We all go through pain. Get a reward for yours. There's some things in life you don't need no degree for, you don't need no money for, you don't need no support for. There's some things in life you just gonna get through when you tell yourself, I'm gonna get through this. I need you to look at that sickness that's going on in your life right now, whatever it is. I want you to say, I can beat it. I can beat it. I will beat it. I must. You think it's gonna be easy? Forget about it. All right, don't even try to be successful. It's a wrap. It's not going to be easy, but I want you to feel that pain going through your body. And as pain leaves your body, guess what's going to take its place? Success. Your mind and attitude is all you need to be successful. That's all you need. You don't need to be born with a silver spoon in your mouth. You don't need money. You don't even need folks that like you. As long as you believe in you, you got the right mindset, you got the right attitude, we can make it happen. I don't care what's going on around you, because it's not what happens around you that determines your success. It's what happens inside you. And you can't control the elements, but you can control your attitude and you can control your mindset.
You get one shot. Opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better make the kind of decisions that's going to take you to the NBA. You better make the right decisions that's going to take you to the NFL. You better make the right decisions that are going to land you the next best rapper, the next business tycoon. It's one thing to talk about your destiny. It's one thing to dream about your destiny. But it's another thing to wake up when you know you're supposed to wake up. To write when you don't feel like writing that paper, to say no to that party, saying no to quitting when you still got 100 more shots to make, saying no when your body said don't stop, but you put in 50 more push-ups. You can't just talk about it, you gotta be about it.
If you do not kill me, you will not stop my drive. No petty adversity will not stop me. I have to complete every mission that I set out on.
It's really hard to be led by your butt. But I'm not qualified. But I'm not good enough. But I'm not smart enough. But I didn't go to the right school. But I don't have enough money. But. If you're ever gonna step into your future, if you're ever gonna step into your destiny, you're gonna have to get over your butt.
And that's what a pity party is when you have an undisciplined mind and you meditate on the wrong thing over and over and over again. If you're going to throw a pity party, I give you 3 days and that's it. And after 3 days, you cut off your record player, your iPod, your MP3, and you come up with a plan.
Do I just sit there and settle? No, I don't. I say enough's enough, man, and I'm gonna make a change, and I'm gonna keep going until I get it. You chase something that you believe you deserve until you get it. And it doesn't matter what happens to you. It doesn't matter how many times you've been fired. It doesn't matter how many people don't believe in you. You just go until you get it. That's the point. Are you tired yet? Some of you need to get tired. You need to be tired of what's going on in your life. Get tired of your habits. Get tired of the actions that you're putting in every day. You gotta change, man, or nothing changes.
I woke up one day and stopped making excuses. I woke up one day and stopped playing the blame game. I woke up one day and looked at the man in the mirror and was like, yo, bro, what are you doing? Wake up. It's showtime. Let's go. Get up. Go to class. Get up. Do your homework.
You wake up earlier than people. You stay later than people. You stay humble. You work harder than anyone when no one's there. I guarantee someone that feels bad about themselves soon will label you as he's built different. He's built different should be your label because people feel bad about themselves.
Your life is exactly what you wanted. Because every day, You've had choices to make. You're responsible and credible for every single choice. You've made the choices.
And what I need you to do for me is, why are you here? And then take ownership of why you're here. So you control you.
This world ain't gonna give you what you deserve. This world gonna give you what you work for. I put that work in every single day. And when you wake up every single day and you put that work in, and yes, for some of us, it might be harder than others. Man, whatever, we do what it is we gotta do. Especially when we desperate.
Winning's not loyal to you. It doesn't care about you. Winning doesn't care how sore you are. Winning doesn't care how much sleep you get. Winning doesn't care how hard you work at times.
You are putting things off because in the short term, it's easier, it's more comfortable, it's more pleasurable to be distracted or to indulge yourself doing something else than it is to sit down and do the actual work to create the outputs that matter when they are needed.
And I know what it's like to tell yourself, I'm going to start on Monday, and then for the next 5 days, you gorge yourself, or you're extra lazy, or you treat yourself extra much because you know you're going to do it this time, and this time I'm serious, and this time I'm for real, and I'm going to get it done.
Stop waiting for something to move you and move yourself. Every day, move yourself. In the morning, move yourself. In the afternoon, move yourself. At night, move yourself. Be very intentional and very deliberate about moving yourself. You control your feelings. Don't nobody else control your feelings. So when you tell me I ain't feeling it no more, it don't got nothing to do with something external. It's something internal that you ain't pushing no more. You push you. You gotta move you. Every single day. If you get to a point in your day and you down and out, if you get to a point in your day and you exhausted, you get to a point in your day and you're not feeling it, you can stop right there and change the mood. Nothing controls you. You control your feelings. You control your mood. Nobody control your mood. You saw something that threw you off, well, see something that throw you back on.
The only way to get out of the mental trap is to stop thinking and actually start doing it. Because all the research shows that if we can push you to get started on something, you'll likely keep going.
Little things you're putting off, do it. And do it right now. When you make a decision to do something, you flip your brain onto the frequency that you have to be on to do it. You don't have to know how to do it. You only have to know you're going to do it.
Just commit that you wake up and every single damn day, you push yourself to take one small action forward.
There's always going to be a reason to wait. There's always going to be something that is inconvenient for you to work through. There's always going to be a busy schedule. It's always going to be that way. You have to fucking work through it. There's always going to be a reason for you to do what it takes now if you want it bad enough.
11 minutes out for Orange Folder News on USA. See what happens. We got an entry on CAD. Then everything else is just, sitting there chilling. Sitting there chilling. All right, so take heed of the word. Hey, welcome back. Take heed of the word that's being dropped. Some good jewels. I'm gonna get back to him. All right.
But a lot of you motherfuckers just don't want it. And unless you're committed 100%, you just aren't going to make it. The processes of success are always inconvenient in the beginning. They don't stay that way. If you stick with it, if you give it time, if you work through the inconveniences, they become habit. It's just something automatic. And if you can create automatic actions that are positive in your life, you're going to create automatic winning.
You gotta get tired of losing.
You got to get to the point in your life where you say, I have had it. I've had it with going in a restaurant, looking on one side to see what I want to eat, and then look on the other side to see what I could afford. I'd had it living like that. I'd had it borrowing money from people. I'd had it living like a cringing animal when you don't have any money and runs your blood pressure up. You hear me? Poverty sucks. Make no mistake about it. And you've got to decide, I have had it. I'm not going to live like this anymore. No, there's got to be more for me. And let me tell you something. You deserve it. You deserve a better life. There is more to your life than you've been living. You deserve it.
There's a certain delusional quality that all successful people have to have. You have to believe that something different can happen.
The first step before anybody else in the world believes it is you have to believe it.
He who says he can and he who says he can't are both usually right.
I want to see how far I can go. I want to see what I can accomplish. I want to see what I can do, what I can be, what I can have. I want to see. I don't want to see what I think I can do. I don't want to see what I think is possible. I want to see what my life would look like if I didn't count the cost. When you want something bad, you can't count the cost, because if you count the cost and you see how much it costs, you might quit. You might give up. So you got to go in knowing that I don't count the cost. I do as many push-ups as it takes, as many sit-ups as it takes, as many reps as it takes. I study as long as it takes. I pay whatever the price is. Why? Because if I start counting the cost, I might quit. I might give up. I might surrender. Don't count the cost. You get to a point where you don't count it. You just do whatever it takes to get whatever you want.
Following your dreams is a lonely, solitary, scary, dangerous pursuit. You can't wait for somebody to think you can do it, because they don't think you can do nothing they can't do. Nobody knows but you. Nobody knows what you are. Even sometimes you don't really even know what you are. You got to take your shot.
Have opinions and feelings about yourself, independent of the feedback.
Look at your belief system every single day and stick with it. Don't rush the process. Trust the process. Don't rush the process. Trust the process.
You got to be fearless. You got to be relentless.
You've got to learn how to become resourceful. You've got to learn how to become creative.
At the core of a creative person is they believe there is always an answer. If you don't think there's an answer, how creative are you going to be? How long are you going to hang with that idea? How long are you going to try to work it and percolate it and create it and make it something bigger?
And you've got to be so relentless, regardless of what comes down the pike, that you're always looking for a way to get over, always looking for a way that you can break through, always looking for a way that you can win, always looking for a way that you can strike a telling blow.
But you got to understand, you can always get a little bit better. You can always excel a little bit more. You can always push it a little further. You can always climb a little bit higher.
You can always better your best. You can always go beyond anything that you have ever done. And so all you're looking for are new breakthroughs through practice and practice. You'll get better and better.
You have been disappointed over and over and over again. And every time you try, nobody notices. And every time you try, you come up short. Sickness is cyclical. It comes around, it goes around. You're well for a little while, and then it's the same thing all over again, but this time it's only worse. Because now, not only are you back where you started, but you have less hope that it is ever going to be different, because you've cycled through it one more time just to realize, well, I guess I'm just a cynical person. Well, I guess I'm just a negative person. I guess nobody in my family was meant to go to college. Sickness becomes normal to you. And it starts to be easier for you to just accept the condition than to challenge it. Because to challenge the condition means to risk disappointment. And some of us have tried, got blocked.
An award-winning trading app that is as easy to set up as your favorite playlist. Voted
Tried, got blocked. Tried, got blocked. And now people see you and they assume that you don't care. No, I care. I cared, and I cared so much, but they didn't care back. And I tried so hard, and I still got looked over. And don't you know it's hard when your expectation has been damaged by disappointment? It's a slow damage. It's a slow tearing of the muscle fibers. It's a slow deterioration of your hope by disappointment. It is not one event that creates it. It's over and over. I tried, and I tried, and I smiled, and I stayed, and I disciplined, and I showed up, and I didn't care. And the man has finally gotten to a place where he is tired of trying.
See, life is rough, ladies and gentlemen. It's rough. Things that's going to happen to you in life, ladies and gentlemen, make it okay. I can't change how I respond to it. I can become upset, nervous, tense about it, weak about it, or I can say, it's okay. Don't go through life feeling like you're powerless. Victims are people that are powerless. You're not powerless. You are powerful. You direct the power in your life. Whatever your life is right now, it is a duplication of your consciousness. It's a result of how you have decided to use your power. That's all it is. That's not who you are. That's just a perverted use of your power that you aren't satisfied with. And you've got the power to change that. But you don't know what has happened to me. It really doesn't matter what has happened to you. See, the only thing that really matters is what are you going to do about it? That's all that matters. That's all that matters. That no matter what you do to me, how cold and callous you are to me, lack of compassion, lack of sensitivity, how cruel you might be to me, you're not going to change me.
There are some things that I went through this year that I didn't like. There are some things that I went through this year that hurt. They hurt like hell.
The greats do things when they don't always want to, and that's the separation.
Without discipline, you're nothing. And discipline is doing what you hate to do, but do it like you love it.
Because really, the only person that you're fighting every day is yourself. It's not your boss. It's not this or that. Yeah, those are all obstacles. A lot of them you cannot control those obstacles, but you can control yourself. We have to regain control of our mind. How you gain mental toughness, how you become the person you want to be, is constantly facing the things that you don't want to face. The only way anything gets accomplished, you got to work hard. I can't remember what the fuck's in this paragraph to pass this test to get in the military. Read it again. Still not getting it. Read it again. But if you're not getting it, write it out. And guess what happened? I got it. I can't swim. I'm negative buoyant. Go back again. I can't swim. Go back again. Go back again. Go back again. I got it. I realize if I keep going back and going back and going back, your mind will say, okay, we're going to figure it out, because he is not going to stop. To find real, permanent peace, you first must go through suffering. You must go to the dark side of who you are.
Every day I demand more from myself than anybody else could possibly expect. I don't compete with other people. I compete with what I'm capable of.
A person that's obsessed and wants.
We are 2 minutes away from this Orange Folder news. Let's see if it's going to turn things around or what direction it's going to push things for U.S. We have 2 U.S. trades. One is active, and then a slight pullback. And then we have an EU trade. It's not activated. 2 minutes away. Has anybody ever got tired of trading? Just got tired of taking trades? Got tired of winning. I can't say tired of winning. I've never gotten tired of winning. Just got tired of trading. Just want to take a break. Like, man, win after win after win after win, or just want to be away from your phone or your computer and stop for a minute. I don't think anybody gets tired of winning. Yes. No. No. About a minute away. I'm going to drop something in the chat real quick. One thing that's great about trading is that you never, I mean, I've never heard anybody retire or say that they wanted to retire from trading because they just were too old to trade this morning. Just too old to trade. You know, I just don't think people get to that point. Just want to retire from trading. So it's a beautiful thing that we're doing. You may get tired and want to take a break for a minute, or think all of that is fine. Even like on the weekends, I'm happy that the weekends come around because I do want to take a break. I enjoy my Sabbath. So I'm gonna drop this in the chat. The whole scripture isn't there, but you can jump on a hyperlink and take you to the full scripture. News has just dropped. News has just dropped for USA. We're talking about Peter 1:5-8. First Peter 5:8-9, NIV. Be alert, sober mind. Your enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion, looking for someone to devour. Resist him. Stand firm in faith because you know the family of believers throughout the world is undergoing the same kind of suffering. I think what really stands out to me is the fact that the devil is prowling. He's proud. He prowls around like he. It doesn't say he is a roaring lion, like a roaring lion. Like means it's not real. That looks like a grape. It's not a grape. Like a lion. You're not a lion. It's like one. So if you're not a lion, you're just roaring like one. You're making noise. You ever hear that saying? Your bark, the dog's bark is bigger than his bite. It's got a big bark. Talks a lot of tough. When it comes down to it, he already knows that he's defeated. And with the motivational word that's been just going out today, like, you gotta wake up. You gotta wake up and realize what is going on around us. It's a lot of faking, a lot of distracting, a lot of distractions, a lot of distracting. The devil's game is to distract you and to stop you from doing what you're supposed to do. And most of us are so confused because we're looking for the red cape, the horn, the pitchfork. That's what we're looking for. We're not thinking that the devil is just throwing stuff at us like television shows and the series that we're locked into, or the cell phone and all of the things that come with it. Not saying that the cell phone is the devil or evil, but the distractions that's on the social media that you're just scrolling and looking. You're wasting time. You could be doing something productive with yourself to better yourself. God created us to get better through life. Okay, like think about it. There isn't anything that God has created that stays the same from the day of creation. When you put that seed in the ground and it starts growing, that's it. It continues to grow. And there are certain things that may not get you may say, well, this doesn't get any taller than this, so it stops growing. No, at that point, what does it start to do? To multiply. Multiplication is growth. You may say, well, a dandelion only gets so tall, but it's growing, it's multiplying. It is, we may stop growing physically, but mentally, you should never stop growing. Never stop wanting to better yourself. Stop selling for wanting to sit in front of the TV and just watch TV or play video games all day. The more you know, the more you're worth. Just take I took a trade. I don't know if it was Friday, last week Friday. Held these trades over the weekend. I say a trade, but it was multiple trades that I held over the weekend. And yesterday, which is Tuesday, Wednesday, I don't even know what today is. I'm so messed up. But my point is, it's just holding trades that long. I made more money than some people make in a whole year. which is crazy. Because I put the work in, put the time in, passing up on a lot of the stuff that I could be doing or could have been doing, and not listening to what people were telling me. Because so many people told me that I was wasting my time doing this. I would never be successful. You can't make any money doing this. It's set up for you to fail. And so now, just having fun, taking trades, seeing what happens. I was already ahead of the game before Tuesday even came about. So I already passed my goal for the year. So before we get out of here, let's just take a look at what we have. 3 trades did not activate at all. But as you can see, looks like GBP CAD is coming our way. GBP AUD is pushing down. Doesn't mean it's going to go all the way down, but it's heading that direction now. And then also Euro USD and USD CAD is sitting there chilling. Sitting there chilling. Patience. And that's one of the things that I stress so hard is patience. You gotta be patient. All right. Y'all take care. Y'all have a good one. And if the good Lord says the same, I shall see y'all tomorrow. All right. Have a nice day. God bless.